get this live on. I got on this restaurant's Wi-Fi. Let's see how it holds up. Woo, tastes good. Damn, the music was mad low when I got here. Now it's pumping. Life and times. What's good? I haven't done a live in a while. Dave Banner, what up? I'm in Vietnam. Vietnam's in the building. Catching up for those that want to catch up. I haven't been live in a minute. Big D, what's good? Intuition, what's good? Definitely stay making moves. I'm out here in Da Nang. I want to see what it look like. It's not high season yet, but it's still cool, you know? The water's still a little rough right now because the high season don't start until like May. But this is the time where it's not so crowded, you know what I mean? And it's a nice, if you want to get away from, if you want to relax while you're out in Southeast Asia, but still be in a somewhat metropolitan city, it's a good option. I mean, there are others, but I like this option. It's more sexy. Really nice five-star hotels right on the beach, and it's not too expensive. Actually, Vietnam is less expensive than Thailand. If you could believe that, Vietnam is less expensive than Thailand. Somebody out there surfing right now. Y'all probably could hear the water, the wind. Notorious, thank you for the super chat. Well, is that a super chat or thank you for the support, the donation? Yeah, yeah. Thank you for the super chat. The El Jefe, the boss. Mangas looks cool and laid back. Yeah, it is. It's definitely cool and laid back. And the Vietnamese girls are still like here. They still like blushing, like when they see a black guy. Like the girls that work in the hotel, they be blushing when they see me in the morning. They always say hi. You know what I'm saying? They still not used to seeing it. Like I'm the only black dude in this whole restaurant for sure on the beach. I ran into a brother yesterday from Texas. His name was Ty. Shout out to Ty. Ran into him at the barbecue chicken spot. I'm gonna make a video of that spot. The food is really good. They got some decent curves. I didn't see nothing like the curvy woman in Thailand, but they're pretty here. They got pretty attractive women here. I will give them that. They got some pretty faces, and they're not necessarily skinny. Well, they are some of the slimmer Asian women, from what I understand. But like some of the girls who dance in the clubs, like you know, how they have dances near the DJ booth. They had some nice, decent bodies, although slim, but sexy, and they had some rhythm. They had some rhythm, but they wasn't ghettoed out. You know what I'm saying? Nah, if you mess with them Esong, if you want curls in Thailand, go to Eson or go where the Eson girls are. The Eson girls is in Soy Six. When girls first come to for Thai to work, they start in Soy Six because they got a place to stay. They're able to stay at the go go bars in Soy Six. So they come there. They got to get like 120 something drinks a month. They get paid about 1,500 baht, and they're able to sleep there. Now, once they get to know people and know other girls and make a little money, they might move out of that and get a different type of job or do some other type of work. But when they come there, to make that type of work, to do that type of job, use most of them probably start at in soy six on soy six. It's a little international though. Yeah, so that's some of the backstory. I'm not a Pattaya specialist, nor do I claim to be. I don't know everything there is to know about Pattaya, but I know a little bit from the times I've been there and people I talk to. We always want to compare women, compare women. I mean, they're similar to Asian. I haven't seen them as curvy, but then again, I've only been, well, when I was in Ho Chi Minh City, I saw some curves there, but they're not, I think so far from all the Asian countries I've been to, and then like a toss up, you know. That's just my opinion. They don't speak a lot of English, but they speak a little English. Um, they're trying. I met a few girls, they speak in English. Cambodia, I'm going there soon. Cambodia has some pretty girls, but I wasn't there long. I was only there for a week. I'm actually going back, but I'm going to Siem Reap. I wanted to go to Angkor Wat. I don't know if I'm gonna go to Phnom Penh. This is Gangsta Lifestyles. For peeping my channel, let me say the opinions of Yoga do not represent. I know that. Don't worry about that, brother. I know that. Yeah, I'll be going in a few weeks. I know that, gangster. I know that, brother. I don't really worry about dudes like that, man. They stay in the beef and the smoke. So whatever. Yeah, I've run into some cute Laos girls in Thailand, and I was actually looking at Laos because I was going to maybe leave here a little earlier. But I don't. The problem is you want to travel around the world, and yes, you travel around the world by yourself. But if you had a homie to travel with, I think you would venture out and do so much more. So even when there's not a lot to do, or if there's things to explore, you got somebody with you. If you want to explore some of the, not so recommended areas to explore, or what I'm saying, you just not. I ain't gonna front. You get tired of being the only black dude. E. Cole, what's good, my dude? Yeah, I'm still here, man. I'm still here. I was thinking about either going to Chiang Mai or staying. I got to make my mind. Should I go to Chiang Mai? I was gonna go to Laos, but I don't know, man. It's not a lot to do in Laos. You know what I mean? And it's the stuff to do in Laos. You got to make some moves. Like I would love to do the hot air balloon thing, but you got to go to a whole nother part of Laos to do that. And they got the zip lining in Laos. They got the mountain. They have stuff to do there, but the capital city, a lot of temples and stuff like that. So it's just I don't know, man. I don't know. El Chico Dusty. So you've been having the community in the uproar last. Yeah, you know what it is. This is what I want to say about that, right? I want to say that if I waited till the places really got played out where everybody knows it, then how could I be a tastemaker? How could I be ahead of the curve? I'm here. I've been to those places frequently. I've been to those places more than most people who watch. And I might not be right on the cusp, but every tastemaker is before the wave. You know what I'm saying? They before the wave. They create the wave. So I'm telling y'all now, so whether the place got another year or it got another 2 years, those places are on the way of being played out. One, and not so much that it's played out because it could never, people say crazy things like it could never be played out. I've never been there. Of course. You know what I'm saying? Of course it can't be played out. I've never been there. What I'm saying is, for those guys who've been there over and over and over again, I'm just suggesting y'all try something different because y'all playing it out. You know what I'm saying? And I know some people take offense, and why people defending countries that's not your country. So I don't know why people going so hard at defending a place, and then they trying to make it. I'm saying the whole country is playing it. I'm not saying the whole country is playing out. I'm just saying those cities that everybody frequent is played out. You know what I'm saying? And come on, let's be honest, man. Those cities are just known to monger. You know what I'm saying? There's more to travel than just monger. And I'm not trying to say I'm above that. But if y'all really watch the videos, y'all know I do much more than that. You know what I mean? I like women like the next guy, but your boy put in a lot of work, even though y'all don't really watch those videos. But your boy put in a lot of other work. The rooftops out there, it's a vibe. Got some compilation. Yeah, yeah. The rooftops in Ho Chi Minh they got some dope ass rooftops, bars, out of the world designs and upscale and dudes playing piano. If y'all watch my video from like a year and a half ago, y'all will understand. Australia or Japan could be an option for sure, but Australia is a long. I was gonna do the Australia trip this time here in Southeast Asia, but even that's like it's like another 10 hours. It's crazy. You know what I mean? So for me to do the whole thing from America to Australia is crazy trip. So I'm trying to do it from here, and I just should have done it, but I'm a little tired of traveling too. I'm a little tired, man. I'm gonna have to take a break sometime this year. Jay, what's good, Jay? I'm gonna have to take a little break this year at some point. You know what I mean? I've been traveling hard since 2019 pause. Morocco, yeah, it's on my list, but I would still rather go to like I'm gonna go to Jordan and I'm gonna go to Morocco. I'm gonna go to Jordan and Morocco. For everyone in the travel community, know you represent black men. Well, thank you, Dean. Jason says I've been cranking out some pretty good content. Thank you, Macau. Yeah, I mean, listen, there's a million places for brothers to travel to. I'm just saying, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Let's try and. I mean, if it's about traveling, I think I'm gonna say this too. Let me read what Gang said. The gangster lifestyle. I agree with you, Zoe. Percent, 100%. Like I said, for us guys who have been going to some of the cities for 5 years and better, it's time to move on and let's give Sue a break. Yeah. And if the guys who've been going there several times in a year for several years, go somewhere else and let the new guys enjoy it, man. You ain't got to get mad at it being oversaturated if you let it go and let the new guys enjoy it. Damn is facts. Travel is hard work as an expat or someone who travels frequently, and there are more important considerations before women. Fact is, women will always be there regardless. Yes. And when people say, another thing I want to dispel, when people say, Santorini, Greece, when people say, oh, you're just traveling for women, you're just traveling for women, just realize that you could get women almost in any country. And there are several countries where they have pay for play. So you don't have to go to that place. You know what I'm saying? If you that's what you want, you can find that almost anywhere. So just know, just maybe it's not if that's the only thing you want, then of course, you're gonna go to the easiest place to get it. But there's a Dubai, you can't do certain things there. Yeah, so they say. I think Dubai is just a little overhyped. I had a ticket, but I blew it because I didn't go. I had a ticket to go, and they gave me a year extension on the ticket, and I don't know, I just didn't go. And I didn't really want to go by myself. Sometimes I just get tired of traveling by myself, but you got to do it. You got to do it. And the real travelers know that it takes a lot of gut, gumption, and chutzpah to travel around the world by yourself. It's easy to go to Sasua, where there's dudes with boots on the ground, and There's a 5 block radius. It's easy to go to Cartagena. It's you know what I'm saying. Those places are easy to go because everybody's there. The setup is there for you. The information is there for you. But it's really traveling when you got to go somewhere and you exposing your community to a place that they ain't go yet. Like a lot of people hit me up saying, "Yo, I went to Lima, Peru because of your video. I loved it." A lot of people saying that. People saying they come in here. So yeah, yeah. Some places in Colombia definitely not overhyped or overplayed out, but some. Come on, man. At the level that dudes is getting drugged, shit. I mean, that alone should be like, all right, all right, all right. Before I'm one of the victims, let me fall back a little bit. Yeah, but everybody can't move like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? New Jerusalem, what's good? GMT Travels. You doing Dubai? It's on my list, but it's not high on my list. Because Dubai is like Jamaica. Like everybody want to go to Dubai. Like I know people who don't really travel that have been to Dubai. Like it's one of those fantasy places that everybody got on their list. Like families go to Dubai. People who are not like world travelers, they go to Dubai. It's like when Jamaica was the Americans, everybody was going to Jamaica. So Dubai is like that from what I see. When I see people in my family who not world travelers going to Dubai and going to when you see people, I seen people that come to my barbershops who are not really world travelers go to Dubai with their home family. Like that's not really a place I want to go. Yeah, CC, Colombia is just easy layup for dudes. You don't have to be a real child. Yeah, no question. And I know that's why people go there. But when I was making my statement, I was making my statement to the people who consider themselves real travelers. That's why I said passport bros, because I think passport bros consider themselves real travelers. So my those things were directed at a certain community of men who travel, who really travel, or to inspire those people who only been to the big four to do something else. I mean, if you've been in the big four, put it like this: if you've been to Medellin 12 times, or between Medellin and Cartagena, if you've been to both of those places 12 times, it's time to try some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. And the reason why I don't go to certain places is because it's over expensive. You know what I'm saying? You could get some of the feel that you get in these expensive places. It's just in a different country. You can 5-star hotels all along the beach here. You could stay in most of them for under $500 for a week. You know what I'm saying? Breakfast included. Really good breakfast. So you know, I'm just trying to share, and I think I'm doing my part as a travel YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't really when I was my videos I did a year and a half out here, they didn't really get no real views. But I had a great time enough for me to come back. People ain't watch that. People ain't wanna. They don't want to see the history of the Vietnam War, the museum, and the tunnels and the Golden Hand Bridge. Like they don't care about that. But the one video that I saw a chick on a swimsuit on the beach here in Da Nang. That's out of all my videos in Vietnam, that one got the most views. Ace just did a video on Berlin, and it's low key made you want to see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to get people to expand, and because listen, when I look to travel to a new place I've never been, I do my research, which means I go online and look. I go on YouTube and look, and a lot of times I gotta watch white YouTubers' videos because the brothers don't have videos in these places. So, I'm trying to be the brother that you could relate to, and go to these and I try to do the same thing that I receive. I receive the tourist attractions. I receive the nightlife. I receive places to eat, places, areas to stay, and I try to do the same thing in my videos. Okay, when I'm on the beach with the chicks, there ain't nothing else to show you in Cartagena. I sh- and if y'all look at my videos from 2019 in Cartagena, y'all will see that I went to the castle and I went to the mud volcano and I went to Palenque and I went to Playa Blanca and I went to Bora Bora when I was the best beach to go to. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna show you that again. I did that already. And when you talk about Medellin, there's like four different Pablo Escobar tours. I did all of them. You know what I'm saying? And I did Guadape, El Pino, the mountainous joint for Felipe and all that. So I can't show you that over and over again. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving Medellin. I know it has its situation. You don't love Medellin. You love the girls. Stop lying. I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. But we know what the draw is in Colombia. The draw in Colombia, number one draw is the girls. The second, you might say, the cost of living. But that drugging is getting tired to hear, man. It's getting tired to hear that people still getting drugged every day over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, how long is going to take before it happened to me or before it happened to you? Because it's happening. And I definitely know guys that's veterans that have been there mad times. And when you sit down and talk to them, they admit to being drugged. Yo, and you lucky to be alive, dog. If you go in there to live, that's something different. If you go in there to live, you can get away from the park and all that stuff. What is the ultimate effect, the long run, with Colombia being oversaturated? In other words, do you think it will pop like a bubble? I don't know. Something was going to happen between Medellin and Cartagena. The rest of them, no, the rest of Colombia is just fine. But I think Medellin and Cartagena is just something got to give. You know what I'm saying? Either they're going to get tired of foreigners coming in just for sex. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe that's why they don't care about the people who getting drugged. Y'all got drugged because y'all was looking for sex. Maybe they have less sympathy for people getting drugged. You know what I'm saying? Because the dudes are not getting drugged by guys. Like, oh, we met these Colombian guys, we hung out with them, and they drugged us. They getting drugged by sex workers most of the time, 99% of the time, right? Magnus, I appreciate your videos of the culture, though. I love the beautiful women every now and then, but I am more into information on the country, so I have a blueprint of what. Yeah, a lot of guys say they like that. They like that. You playing Russian roulette in Colombia? Yeah, you are, man. You are. Are they hooked on coffee shops there? They have this a big coffee chain here in Da Nang. It's in one of my videos. But yeah, they got nice lounges, nice coffee shops, nice restaurants. Look, this shit is laid back. This shit is laid as hell, yo. Look at this, man. This shit is laid as hell. And it's not the high season yet, man. So it might be a little way more crowded come high season, man. Mothering is so much fun in all this place. I ain't gonna lie, of course it's fun. You know what I mean? But there's other places you can go and get more, and you can still get a girl. Edine said they have zero sympathy for us in Colombia. Facts. Cartagena is my least favorite city I have lived in. Asian women just don't do it for me. I get that too, but it don't gotta be Asia. There's like 12 South American countries. There's like 12 Central American countries. There's 120 something African countries. How many European countries? You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't telling you got to come to us, Asia. It's AGTV. Like, even the locals are moving out of Medellin and migrating to other countries like Spain because they can no longer afford. Yeah, I understand that too. I used to want to go to Colombia, but they lining ninjas up, so nah, no pies are worth it. Why won't they smoke weed instead of drinking alcohol in Colombia? It's illegal. Why so don't you be honest and tell us about how you got drugged? Listen, if I got drugged, I would say I got drugged, man. I never got drugged. Thank God. You know what I'm saying? I don't lie on myself. You know what I'm saying? I ain't playing with that. I don't want to get drugged. You could tell I ain't get drugged because my videos have always been consistent. You ain't never seen. If I got drugged, trust me, I probably wouldn't make a video for 2 weeks. I'd be messed up. You feel me? I probably couldn't look at the camera right if I had got drugged. I would have to say something, man. So thank God Zoe hasn't ever been drugged. Rio way more dangerous than Cartagena to put together. It depends though, because where you are, where you're gonna be in Rio, you know what I'm saying? I feel way more safe in Rio. You know what I'm saying? I guess if you playing around in the favelas, because even if you in Ipanema Beach, them kids is just gonna rob you for your jewelry or something or your phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I probably statistic wise, you couldn't compare it because there's way more people. But what facts do you really have that say that it's more dangerous? How many people have been drugged in Colombia, robbed at gunpoint, right? And that's smaller cities. So it's way more coverage of that in Colombia than in Rio. And brothers been going to Rio since the 50s. You know what I'm saying? Dudes just started going to Colombia in the last 5 years. And we know, I could probably guesstimate that DC Born Rob has done more than 50 videos, 50 to 100 videos of people getting drugged. And that's the ones that you're able to catch a reports of because the veterans that told me they got drugged, they ain't going on nobody's YouTube channel and telling the world that they got drugs. So for every person who goes on somebody's channel and admits that they got drugged or is on the news that got drugged, there's probably five times more people that got drugged in Colombia who is not trying to embarrass themselves. I'm not out of nowhere scared of being drugged. I'm just saying it's tiring to have in the back of your mind that, you know what I'm saying? It's just tiring to have on the back of your mind that I gotta watch out for being drugged. You gotta watch the way you move. You gotta know how to move. It's just tiring. You know what I'm saying? They know people getting drugged and they're not doing enough about it. And and the drugging is not the only reason I'm tired of Colombia, Medellin, and Cartagena. I'm just tired. It's played out. There's 1,000 niggas there every time I go, groups of 10 and all that. Man, when I first went to Colombia, man, I was the only. There was like three black dudes in the club, and they was with me. You know what I'm saying? Now it's turned into something different, man. It's played out, man. To me, it's played out. If you've never been there, if you want to go, God bless you. Go, have fun. You know what I'm saying? I'm not wishing nothing bad on you. I'm just saying, when it looks like that, to me, it's getting played out. When it looks like that, when it looks like you in America, when you in another country, it's getting played out to me. That's just me. When every dude in the club is from a city in America, or you could throw some Londoners, some Brits, black Brits in there, or is Indians in there. When every dude in the club is from somewhere else and mostly from America, it's getting played out to me. I don't travel around the world to be in a club with a bunch of dudes from America because their mentality ain't changed that much. You know what I'm saying? No, it won't. No, it won't. You know how long it's gonna take people to come to the name? 5 years, 10 years? How long is it gonna take for you know why the other places I promote ain't gonna turn into those places? Because they're not sex tourism spots. That's why they're not going to turn into that. Because there's another group who only travel for sex. And those places are the ones who are going to get oversaturated. People ain't going nowhere where they're going to have to talk to girls, where they might not get no pussy. They're not going those places. These dudes are not really traveling because they want to see the country and see the culture. So that community is going to mess up a place. So every place I promoted every place I've been to. but only the places that YouTubers go and that it's sex tourists, not just black YouTubers, it's going to get oversaturated. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? In the nighttime, I mean, you got to use your mouthpiece. I went to the club. There was pretty girls in that club Karma. There was some dimes in there, and it's low season. People still got on jackets. When people got to wear jackets, they not going to be out the way. You know what I'm saying? I came over here to relax. So, and the good thing about Da Nang is, if you are in Thailand for high season, which is like December, January, February, March, April, May you could come to Da Nang because that's when the high season starts and when the rainy season starts over there. So you can shift from Thailand to the to or Pattaya to Da Nang and be here in high season where you don't have to deal with the rain, the rainy season at that time in Pattaya or you know what I'm saying or Thailand. Or if you're not in the hip hop clubs, I mean, even the clubs here, they have some like EDM and all that, but all clubs gonna play popular music from America. All the clubs gonna play pop unless it's just a strictly house or EDM music. They're gonna play popular music, and the most popular music is hip hop music. Ain't no way to get around it. Sorry, they can't just camp out like, and yeah, that's what I'm saying. Man, notice all the cities I said are red light district cities. And I'm just saying, if you're a traveler, try something else. If you're a traveler. Now, if that's all you travel for, then I mean, have at it. You know what I'm saying? And if you want that in Vietnam, then go to Ho Chi Minh City. That's the red light district. They got a red light district in Ho Chi Minh City. But if you want more, like some people come here only to go to the Golden Hand Bridge because they're travelers. They want to see that. They come here to go to Bonner Hill. They come to go to cruise on the Mekong Delta to see the largest uh, female Buddha statue in Asia. Like people have these things on their list. That's some of the stuff that I have on my list. I'm going to see them reap because I want to go to Angkor Wat, the largest spiritual complex once in the world built. I want to see that. That's like on to me on the level of going to Egypt and to the Great Pyramids. That's the kind of stuff that I like to do. If you don't like to do that kind of stuff, all good. You know what I'm saying? And Ho Chi Minh, they got the dope ass museum from the Vietnam War. They got the Chi Tu tunnels that showed you how they beat the Americans and all the contraptions they made in the ground. And I mean, if you like to really see the culture, then there's other things to do when you get to a country. There's a long list of things to do in every country and each city if you're not just looking for girls. There's a list of things to do, but if you're looking for girls, this ain't the channel for you. I mean, I'm going to show some girls because I like girls too, but, I'm just trying to help brothers expand their horizon. Jason A. So why did you delete the short upload because you know what? I felt like I was giving into the negativity, even though I didn't say no names. So I was like, you know what? It ain't even worth it. That's why I took it down. Uh, just for laughs, that list was spot on. So don't listen to other content creators. And Jules S. Put a few more black YouTubers in Vietnam talking about how good it is, and that place will be played out in a week. No, I'm sorry. It's going to take dudes are just getting to Pattaya, and that's why it's going to be played out. So they got to get to Pattaya and get tired of Pattaya. Only real travelers are going to places that are not the known red light districts. I'm sorry, they're not coming here. They're not coming here. It'll be a long time. Dudes will probably go to Pattaya 10 times before they go to any city in Vietnam. You saying that, but you don't know how it works. I'm living proof. I see it. If I'm the only black dude here, it's going to take a couple years for this to be saturated with black people. You know what I'm saying? Your math is off. I know you're exaggerating, but your math is off, and it's still not. It's not Thailand. They not into black guys like that here. There is no red light district in Da Nang. It's just it's not gonna happen. Yeah, maybe for Ho Chi Minh, if a lot of YouTubers come out here and they show themselves with girls and they show easy girls, if they show easy girls, they're gonna come. If they just show themselves visiting here and having a good time, going to bars where there's normal girls, the rooftop bars is dope. They got normal women, it's fly. They got creative drinks, they got creative architecture. You know what I'm saying? They're not coming here for that. It's only going to be the sex tourist spots. Only. Depends what you're looking for. If you're just looking for Southeast Asia, you could go to Ho Chi Minh or you could go to Bangkok. You know what I'm saying? If you're just looking for Asia. Now, if you're looking for the sex capital, sex tourist capital of the world, then you're gonna go to Pattaya. It's a difference. Yeah, Australians, but it was built. Pattaya was built for the Americans during the Vietnam War for vacation. That's what they say Pattaya was built because of that. Now, when the Australians and everybody came and took over and they got more numbers than us, that's something different. But the so-called history of Pattaya is that it was built for the American soldiers during the Vietnam War when they had time off. So, but like I say, it doesn't really matter. This is just my opinion. It's just my opinion. And some people agree and they have reasons to agree because they've been these places to see it for themselves. And some people assume because they just watch it. New York has never been the sex capital of the world. I've never heard that in my life. I've never heard that in my life. Because of 42nd Street, it ain't even that big to be the sex capital of the world. I've never heard that in my life, but okay. Let's not say the country, let's say the city. Because there's a whole lot more to Thailand than Pattaya. And even in Pattaya, okay, put it like this. If you go to Pattaya and you're a true traveler or a tourist, you're gonna go to Buddha on the mountain, you're gonna go to the Big Buddha, you're gonna go to Nun Nutch, it's like an amusement park, you're gonna go to Tiger Park, you're gonna go to the other one with the gun range, the 4x4s, and there's other stuff to do in Pattaya than Walking Street, Soy Six, and everything in between. So if you go in there and you ain't bothered to do none of the other stuff, and you just went there for the girls, now you could go there for the girls and say, "Let me see. There's temples. There's all this stuff to do in Thailand and in Pattaya." But if you're not doing none of that, then you got to be honest that you're just there for one thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not judging. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But you know what I'm saying? Then it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is irrelevant to you. And I've heard people say, People don't travel all the world around the world to be seeing no temples. I ain't traveling around the world to be eating no beans and no food. I ain't going there for the food. I ain't going there for the tourist attractions. I ain't going to Rio de Janeiro to see the Christ the Redeemer. You know, it's all good. I do. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. I've been to Christ the Redeemer a few times, Sullivan Steps a few times. And if you're a real guy, then you should make it your business to go to the carnival. It's the greatest show on earth. I mean, I even been to the carnival in Barranquilla, which is like the third or fourth largest carnival in the world, they say. So, you know, and I went to Barranquilla first time for the carnival. You know what I'm saying? You know, so there's no country that I haven't been to that I haven't been to their most visited site or monument or historical spot or whatever. There's no countries that I've been to what I have been trying to go to the most important things in those countries, the most historical, the most cultural, the UNESCO World Heritage. If they got it, I'm going there. You know, so different type of traveler. Charles, people don't understand that everybody travels for different reasons. So you one of the pioneers of the game, dropping good gems. Thank you, Wes Mundo, because I was inspired by people. I listen when I search for places to go. Like I said, I'm looking at mostly white YouTubers because they're providing the information on what to do in these countries. What are the tourist attractions? What are the 10 things you must do when you go to Bangkok? What are the 10 places you must visit when you go to Da Nang, Vietnam? Like, I'm researching those things because that's what is on my list. And if you ever bought any of my guides, you see that I have everything on there. I have all the tourist attractions. I give you a couple of hotels or Airbnbs. I give you restaurants and I give you the nightlife. That's what my thing, my guide consists of. It's not just you know those after hours activities. Like I want to do my 100,000 subscriber party in Cartagena because I think that was my biggest market at one time. But when people come to my weekend, we're not going to the clock tower. I'm gonna have what your Cartagena experience should be. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong. I know people get inspired. Somebody asked me, "Do I feel responsible?" Which is hilarious. They asked me, "Do I feel responsible for these new YouTubers who are going places and running out of money?" And I said, "Hell no, I don't feel responsible for that." I said, first of all, I don't think I inspire them. Now, everywhere I go, I meet somebody who watches my channel, right? Or and then whether they're inspired to do YouTube or just travelers, when you talk to somebody for 5 minutes, you ask them where they're from, you ask them what they do for a living, you ask them what they're doing here. It's a different type of conversation from guys who probably middle upper class, and they've done something. I don't run into guys who are like, but if maybe if I'm in Cartagena, I might run into that type of guy. But trust me, I run into guys that I'm usually impressed by what they do for a living. You know what I'm saying, or where they are in their life. You know what I'm saying. I don't really, and I don't think it's because the other guys won't come up and say hello to me. I just think that's more of my audience, man. And they almost 100% of the time, the three things people say that I meet who watch my channel: yo, I love what you do. Keep on doing what you do. You inspired me. You represent us well. That's what I hear mostly. That's what I hear mostly. Yeah, I was thinking to Chiang Mai to Da Nang, it's like 5 hours. I was looking. People been saying that black brothers are running certain pay-for-play travel spots. Black people that are non-American would disagree. It's American, especially the black ones that cause the issues. Man, well, if you go now to last time I was in Cartagena, it was people from everywhere. Last time I was in Medellin, it's people from everywhere. You know why it's people from everywhere? Because people from everywhere getting drugged. When you see the people who drugged and died in this in all these places, it ain't black guys most of the time, and it ain't mostly black guys. So I think that's cap. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, sometimes brothers don't know how to behave, or they just a little too wild. But it depends where you are, because you could be in Bali, and it ain't gonna be no brothers in the fight. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be no brothers drunk. You could be many places and there's drunk white dudes acting up. Now they might mess it up in a different way than black people, but we're still the smallest group of travelers. I think we're still the smallest group of travelers. Like I said, it's mad white people here of all ages. I'm the only black person here. And then for places just to go to travel, it's different than places to go just to monger. Those are different places. So and you could always go someplace where we got small numbers. Black people still just starting to travel, man. We still just starting to travel. It's young white dudes and Indians, and they've been traveling since they was like with their families, and now they're like in their 20s. I see them everywhere. I see them everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So, and I mean, I play around sometime, but in the places that you could play around, but I don't be showing my ass every place I go. I be chilling. Yeah, I'm chasing tail and Da Nang. I'm chasing tail and Da Nang. Where's the tail then? Where is it? Please tell me if I'm chasing tail. Where is it? Where? Please tell me. Where is it? Sounds stupid, man. Sounds stupid. I was chasing tail in Chile. Where was the tail in Chile? Where was the tail in fucking Easter Island? I was chasing tail in Argentina. I was chasing tail in Paris. Chasing tail in Barcelona, right? It can sound stupid, man. I was chasing tail in Tortola, right? St. Thomas, I'm going there for tail. Sounds stupid, man. I don't have to chase tail, nigga. It's married, and I always got buns. Always. I don't have to chase women. Anywhere I touch down, I'm gonna get some love. Ah, I mean, it all depends, man. There's a lot of brothers who do not act up. It's just that those places that's close to America, where the guys who don't really travel, and it's spread it to all types of people, yeah, they're gonna act up. But it's an individual thing. It is. It's really an individual thing. I'm an ambassador to the distinguished gentleman we have met, so I'm not talking back based on YouTube. Kingstonian, thank you, brother. Carl Reynolds, you have to admit, Zoe, that traveling can be exhausting. Yes, I've said it. From getting to and through the airport, being long flights. I know it is exhausting, but you know what? If you love it, it goes with the territory. I'd be like, I'm exhausted, then I go home and I'd be like, man, I want to go somewhere else. It is exhausting, but if you love it, I love seeing new places. I love doing things I've never done before. I love seeing, let me see, what can I see here? Like, I've been here before, so I'm not going back to Bonner Hill. I'm not going back to the Golden Hand Bridge. And I have another one? Yeah. I'm not going back to the same things because I've been here already. You know what I'm saying? And I liked it enough to come back. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely didn't come here for women. Why would I come to Da Nang for women? If I wanted women, I would come back to Ho Chi Minh City. That's where the women are. And even when I was in Ho Chi Minh City, I didn't smash nothing because I didn't see nothing I liked. It's not that I couldn't. I didn't really see nothing that I liked. You know what I'm saying? And the one chick I met here that I thought was bad, she was from Thailand. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you don't have to travel for pussy. You can get pussy anywhere you go. Anywhere. I mean, it's a lot of Venezuelans and Colombians in Queens, New York right now, and Asian chicks selling that box. Uh, LWFF will be in Southeast Asia around August, September. I want to interview you for my channel. I won't be here around that time, and you got to figure out where you're gonna be at that time because that's not a good time for Thailand. So you got to figure out if you're coming at that time in the year, what country you coming to. Make sure y'all check the high seasons because sometimes I mess up with that too. I'm sounding like a veteran. I am a veteran in a way. I mean, for the new Black travel YouTube space, I'm kind of a veteran. I'm kind of on that veteran side. I came right behind Ace and Marwar and dudes like that. I'm right there. I'm right there behind those dudes. So there's a whole nother generation of YouTubers that came after that. There's only a few people that I was watching that inspired me or that started around the same time as me or in that vicinity. I gotta be clear because last time Flyboy got on, he got agitated because you know what I'm saying. I didn't get his time frame right. I pray you believe in Jesus Christ, born against the Spirit, filled, saved by God, amazing grace. I always say I'm a spiritual person, but I'm not a Christian. You know what I mean? I've seen the news. Yeah, I've been watching the news on the flyers in LA, but I don't know what to say about that. You can't. Nothing can be done in America now where they're not saying it's a conspiracy and they did it for a reason. You don't know what to believe now. One thing I think Trump got right is that fake news. And Bantu, Da Nang is good spot to chill. Exactly. And do that beach life. A good place to invest in real estate. It looks like it might be for sure. Get them likes up. Kari, what's up, Kari? Where you at now, brother? Smash the like button. Checking in from Hawaii. TJ into TJ. What's good, TJ? Flyboy swear he the Tim U camera. Why do you think there's a difference of blacks and whites? I don't understand the question. Absolutely, I'm from Queens. Literally, mine, Jordan is the first largest city. Bitsy, what's good, man? Everything good. Kurt Flirt. It's crazy because I first saw you with Marwa many years ago when you cut his hair for his party in Mexico. Exactly. People who know. I ain't go to Mexico City for girls. Trust me. Well, so a lot of these YouTubers is traveling for box and acting like they travelers. That's true. Barber World is certified OG in the overall travel space, not just black travel. Kari HQ, thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Jeff, they made a post on X trying to show a black family who was moving from the fires, and they tried to say there was looting. Twitter turned it into a right, the right because it's Elon Musk. I don't know. What's your goal in 2025? So left to do. Travel a little bit, stay home a little bit. I got some work to do back at the crib, but I got a little plan. Like I try to, like I did when I did the Euro step, and we did a few countries in Europe, and then I did the ABC Island tour. So I want to do that in another place, a small little, you know what I'm saying? So sometime I have concept trips where the trips are going to be based around a couple locations. Yeah, we did that Euro step a while back. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't really watch my channel, and the first video that you saw was me on the beach in Colombia, yeah, I can see how you could think, that, but trust me, man, your boy been a lot of places, a lots of places. You know what I'm saying? And if that's all I wanted, then I wouldn't. Marv got him, but nah, you paying attention to Cam saying Jim Jones ain't from Harlem? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wish they would stop that. You know what I'm saying? And technically, he's right, but that's what happened when you start throwing cheap shot at each other. You just start doing cheap shots. And Cam and Mason them like to do that shit, man. They typical Harlem niggas, man. Video of you on the beach in Colombia was dope though. Yeah, it was fun. Don't get me wrong, it was fun. Listen, when I do stuff like that, it's for guys at home who want to smile. You know what I'm saying? I know dudes who be like home, like, damn, look at that. You know what I'm saying? So that's to have fun. You know what I'm saying? So, what's your opinion on Fat Joe, him disrespecting a Black American? I understand Fat Joe what he feels, and everybody feels that way. But Fat Joe is in denial. Yes, Puerto Ricans were there from the beginning, but what you have to realize that hip hop was derived on Motown music, James Brown music, funk music. All that music was created from Black people. So hold on, my earbuds died. Can y'all hear me? Put a one if y'all can hear me. My earbuds died. I think they died. Put a one up if you can hear me. Okay. So he doesn't what he's in denial about is that the all the samples that created hip hop music was derived from Black music. It wasn't samples derived from Latin music. You don't understand what I'm saying? So all those cuts and scratches and music that was sampled to be the backdrop of hip hop music was also created on Black music from Black American artists. Even when reggae first started, the first songs that most of reggae artists did was cover songs of famous Motown records. That's what helped them get their groove. So it's no way, you know what I'm saying? Now, could you say breakdancing was 50-50 Latino? Yeah, maybe. Could you say graffiti was 50-50 Latino? Yeah, maybe they had even more than 50-50. But the one thing that he's standing on, and the one thing that survived from hip hop more than anything else, was the MC and the DJ. And that was Black culture. Listen, Black people didn't assimilate to, even when it comes to Busta Rhymes and the Caribbean people. When all these people was Caribbean, they assimilated to Black American culture to get into hip hop. Later on, we found out they might have had Caribbean roots. And the other thing I want to say is that everybody has 4 grandparents, right? Most people got 4 grandparents, right? So, one of my grandparents is from Trinidad. You know what I'm saying? But my grandfather is from Virginia, the South, and the other one's from Boston or whatever. So, 3 of my 4 grandparents are straight from African American or whatever you want to say. You know what I'm saying? So if you have your parents and your grandparents are all from the Caribbean, then yeah, you could say straight up you from the Caribbean, but let's not get it twisted. All those people assimilated to Black American culture, even though they had Caribbean backgrounds. You assimilate into the culture which was created by Black Americans. So it doesn't matter even if you are West Indian, you still assimilated. We wasn't using no steel pen in hip hop and none of that. You know what I'm saying? So
Stop fronting, man. That, like, I don't even see why there's a debate. Yeah, Stevie Wonder playing in the background, exactly. Some of people's biggest hits, Biggie. What's the dude who used Stevie Wonder that died with the Coolio? Some of hip hoppers' biggest hits were samples of Black American music. How many hip hop hits was sampled from reggae music, was sampled from Jamaican music or Caribbean music, was sampled from salsa or Latin music? None, none, none. Okay? People have literally jacked American artists and remade their song to get a hit. Puffy did it more than anybody. Stop lying, man. My next video, I'll talk about this. My next video, I'm talking about is I'm having a problem uploading videos in the hotel I'm staying, even though it's a wonderful hotel. The Wi-Fi is like, so I'm thinking about moving to another hotel. Yeah, so I mean, I'm from New York. I was born in '70. I've seen a lot. I've been in hip hop, so I know, like, I can speak with some type of authority. You know what I'm saying? So it's what it is. Yeah, I mean, Marley Marl used to be the biggest hip hop producer, and almost all of his tracks were samples from. Even when EPMD came, they sampled the funk, George Clinton and all of them. But George Clinton and all of them was in James Brown band, if you know music. So James Brown indirectly is responsible for Parliament Funkadelic because they was all in his band. So even the West Coast funk, when they took the funk, EPMD did it too, but that's still a derivative of James Brown's band and how he told them to work on the one. If you ever see a documentary when they interviewed George Clinton and he said how he came up with the funk, he said just put a little something on the one. Listen, they don't want that smoke with me, man. You know, I don't really talk about stuff I don't know. And I can easily say I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But things that I know and I feel like I'm capable of having an opinion about, then I'm gonna say something. That's all. Joogie, they doing the same thing to us in hip hop they did in the Sphinx, yeah, for sure. Are you reasonable or not? I don't understand. But that is why I love Slick Rick. He pays homage and give credit with, yeah. And Slick Rick is Jamaican from London, you know what I mean? But if he didn't come to America, to the Bronx, you know, it's talented people all over the world. But let's not front where the influence comes from. It's not front where the influence comes from. You know what I'm saying? Get a big payback. Oh, I mean, the song that Jay-Z had with Kanye when they used the Otis Redding. Still to this day, people are finding black artists, Donald Byrd, come on, man, all these jazz artists that Tribe Called Quest and all them sampled. First of all, even if they didn't sample black American music, they still sampled American music. Hip hop culture is an American culture. It's not. How could it be a Caribbean culture when? Don't get me wrong. I'm sure they was toasting and they was doing their thing in the Caribbean, but it's not the same. It's not. It was not hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And because they used to speak in patois or they used to speak in Spanish, they're able to speak rapidly, and you know, they was able to catch the vibe and all that. Yeah, it's all good, but trust me, man, it wasn't. We didn't know where a lot of people were. We're finding out now that somebody had a Caribbean person in their family, and even black people coming from somewhere, but you know, but it's all good. Oh, the food review. The food here is good. I got a couple. I went to a seafood restaurant. I went to a chicken spot and this spot. But you know, I can't eat everything, so I don't do everything. No, I'm white. I'm very curious, and don't tell me I can't leave. Chanzing. In fact, Joey hosting the BET Awards anymore. I guess them folks told him not to come back. He should have never said. He should have. See, he's so comfortable with saying the word nigga. He should have never said dusty, racist, broke niggas. Like you, he could say nigga when he's saying my nigga, those niggas, this nigga. But you can't say nigga in disrespect. And then he didn't have no idea about the movement of the FBA thing. And I don't want to get all on that, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, that's a level of division, but I do understand, you know what I'm saying? Joey Badass. I don't even know why he jumped into that problem. SK Simmons. Any advice for brothers to maintain as they age? Yo, I think that's part of your DNA, you know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, you don't want to be smoking and drinking a lot. You want to exercise some, you know what I'm saying? But I think more than anything, man, you want to be positive, man. I think being negative also makes you age, man. Because I ain't the most healthiest dude, but I am on the more positive, way more positive than negative. And I think that helped me be useful. I think hating definitely adds age to you. I think hating adds age to you like a mug. You know what I'm saying? So I would just say, don't be no hater, or try not to be a hater, or try not to hate so much. Okay, hating and stressing, man. That's gonna make you old. Lord Jamal hosted BT Awards. Yeah, that would be mad funny. That would be hilarious. So enjoy your channel. I'm older than you, and probably a majority of these guys don't know too much about Parliament. Yeah, that was in my day, late 70s and the 80s, was some of the best music. David, I hear you, David. Respect to Parliament Funkadelic and everything that it, you know, embodied, or everything that it influenced. They definitely influenced that ganja too. I would like to know what I did to you at 30 if you didn't grow up in that era. I would like to know what I did to. I don't even know who that is. I don't even know what you're talking about. You better get it right before I put you on pause. Jazz music. Yeah, jazz music is so important to another sector of hip hop. Like jazz music was very important to Nas, Tribe Called Quest, Gangstar. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a whole sector of hip hop that their backdrop was jazz. You know what I mean? There's a sector that their whole backdrop was Parliament Funkadelic. And there's a whole sector that their influence was maybe James Brown. And then that's them Isley samples, Biggie. Them Isley samples, you know what I'm saying? And then disco samples. You know what I'm saying? We made all that. We made disco, we made house, we made all of that, which hip hop sample. You don't think the Piano is just another version of house music? Piano is a new version of house music. Now, don't jump on me because you African and Piano was a new version of house music. Let's be real. Yes, we did rock, we did country, all that. Little Richard said he taught all them dudes. The Beatles and all them dudes was opening up for him. Rolling Stones, what's the name, said he started dancing because of James Brown. What up, so late here, Brazil early, Vietnam, I work with senior citizens 10 years. You are right, positive mental attitude definitely show results. And the seniors, better health, and it looks right. Okay, so Richard Method said that I'm right, that even they said being positive helps. Khalil Sadiq. The 70s was the greatest decade ever for black people with music, movies, and fashion. Get it right. These people wasn't here in the early 1900s. All this shit is a new version of all the shit before. Could be, definitely influenced by it. Wonderful travel. So you still plan on throwing a party for your 100K subscribing milestone and what country? Yeah, I'm still, I don't want to change. I'm still going to be Cartagena, Colombia for right now. I don't know what you're talking about, so I'm going to put you on time out. Yeah. How long we been on for? Oh, we've been on for an hour? And I'm not changing it because that was my plan for a long time to do it in Cartagena. I think that's my biggest market, or that's where a lot of people discovered me. Now, let me also talk about, like, someone once tried to tell me, oh, I owe Sosua, like, that's where I started my channel. And let me tell you my version of the story. I had traveled probably in early 2020s when COVID happened. And then 3 months we was all down. And then maybe 2 months after that, so maybe in the fifth month, Dominican Republic opened up. First, Mexico opened up or never closed. But what had happened was, it was March 2020. I had just come back from Paris. And I got stuck there. I was supposed to be going to Ghana. Got stuck, didn't have a passport, renewing my passport. I did not know how to edit. So, a whole year of 2019, I had videos. I had been to maybe 7 countries up until March I've probably been to like, about 8 countries from January 2019 up until March 2020. But I didn't know how to edit. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna learn how to edit. So I took iMovie and I edited a whole 15 months worth of travel during COVID. So for 3 months, I put up a video every day during COVID lockdown. So when it opened back up and I went to Dominican Republic, Sosua, everybody was talking to me. Everybody was, it seemed like I got famous from, or I got notarized from Sosua, but everybody was recognizing me because they was like, yo, your videos held me down during COVID. And when I got there, I do what I do. I interviewed Flip Flop. I interviewed Mayor Sosua. So when people say, oh, why you interview Tom Young LeChump? I interview people. And they don't gotta be popular to the masses. Mayor Sosua was not popular in Sosua in the beginning. He had mad beefs and all that. I don't care. I interviewed other YouTubers. I interviewed him. I interviewed Taylor Made. I interviewed Flip Flop. I interviewed, what's his name? Bo Rakes. You know what I'm saying? I interviewed 3 or 4 business owners there. I interviewed Ray. You know what I'm saying? So I started that whole interviewing YouTube movement. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was doing that before me. Editing on iMovie is like trying to carve a turkey with it. No, it's not, because what happened is Final Cut Pro bought iMovie, or iMovie bought Final Cut Pro, whatever it was. It's the same program but stripped down. So that's why I was able to go to Final Cut Pro from iMovie, because it's the same program with more bells and whistles. Now, you don't never hear nobody saying iMovie no more because they got Canva and all this other stuff. But then, iMovie was free, you know what I'm saying? And I learned how to edit on iMovie. But I remember I had Brazil, I had Colombia, I had the Philippines, I had Thailand, I had Panama, I had Costa Rica, um, I had Barcelona, Spain, Paris, France. So that's 9 that I could think of off the top. So it was 9 countries that I was editing and uploading video every day during the 3. So that's 90 days worth of videos that I did. So when Sasua opened back up, I was already on the ground running. People knew who I was when I walked around Sasua. So that's why I think people think that, and Sasua was the only place open, even though we went other places, but it was the place that was open before anywhere else. So a lot of people did a lot of time in Sasua. And I gotta say, I might have missed the golden years of Sasua, but that time during COVID was a new golden era of COVID. I mean, it was just crazy. It was crazy. I've been here before. I like it here. I'm here to relax. It ain't a lot going on here, but that's why I came here. I can't do, it's hard for me to do 3 months in Pattaya. And I don't like Bangkok. So I gotta move around. Hitting Rio on Wednesday. I'll make sure to show love to Joshua 43. Thank you, Fly Out Chase. That's my dude. I know. I don't know why I don't got 100K. I know there's somebody on YouTube that's hating on me, man, because I just did a video at the club the other day, and they made it a yellow dollar sign, and it's just a girl dancing next to the DJ. You know what I'm saying? They be on me hard, yo. Pause. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is. And I try all the algorithm tricks and all that, and ain't like I don't be trying. Or it's something I ain't figure out. And I paid people, you know how they do the back end where they supposed to do all the, man, that shit don't work. It's YouTube, man. It's YouTube. I'm going to keep saying it's YouTube. Fly over it? No, I think a lot of YouTubers started in the DR. Cuts close. The American YouTubers is close. There's a lot of people on the ground to help you out, and it's small, as far as the sewer is concerned. But even Dominican Republic in general is not big. It's 10 million people. It's not a big island, and it's split between Haiti too. Learn how to cut your hair from Zoe. Marv got him. Well, that's what's up. I was doing the from 2011, and I'm part of a big trip that's hosted down every Memorial Day weekend. I want to pull up. I want you to pull up one time. Dope experience. And trust me, I ain't got no. Listen, I love Sasua. I had some really good times in Sasua and Dominican Republic in general. The women are beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Everybody need to go to Sasua one time and fall for one of them girls for 5 minutes. It's a great experience. I had great times there. I met a lot of good brothers there. A lot of cool brothers there. You know what I'm saying? Sasua is one of the places to me that I met some of the coolest brothers that I still stay in contact with to this day. So don't get me wrong, I got nothing but love for Sasua, but I think for me it's just a little played out. There's other places I need to see. Yeah, Envy, oh my God. Ozzy, you said it. When Envy was open and everything was closed, Lord, that was something. I might have missed the old times, but if you missed the Envy times, you missed something too. Flip, everybody know what I'm talking. Dean know what I'm talking about. Flip know what I'm talking about. Ozzy, you know what I'm talking about. Was off the chain. Yeah. That's the time it was good. That must have made a resurgence. Full body massage, air clean, nail gun. I'm scared of that air cleaning thing. I don't want nobody all up in my ear. Nah, I don't want nobody up in my ear. It's in Puerto Plata though. The Sioux, I don't know. I'm gonna DM you on the gram. Okay, yeah, Puerto Plata is right there. It's even better. Fortunately, Envy's washed now. Yeah, Envy will forever go down in history, like some of the other spots. You know, Envy made history for the Sioux. I guess you could say that, right? King's Roomba made history. What's the other the disco that everybody used to go to? Sioux definitely got some historical spots. I guess like how everybody say Club Help, you know, is a historical spot in Rio. You know, so we chopped it up good time, man. It's 80 minutes. Thank y'all for hanging out. I'm gonna give y'all another look, one more look. I'm gonna order me something to eat. This is Naya Beach Bar. Da Nang is dope. It's one of the nice beach bars. They got seats on the sand. You can hang out here. The drinks are really good, and they be having nice DJs at night. I was here one night, and the dude was playing all Latin music, and he was killing it, killing it. And there's, you know, every now and then there might be a little group of chicks out here, or whatever. But so here chilling, and thank y'all for hanging out with me. I ain't been live in a long time. Avi was the spot, man. The old Sioux was nuts. Cabanas upstairs, yeah. Get them. I remember I had the room with the pool at RV one time. The only thing I ain't like about the room with the pool, mad mosquitoes in your room, son. But yeah. That was a lick. That was a lick, boy. Yeah, Classicos. That's all kind of Classicos is going down in history. And the first time I went to the Sioux 2018, I couldn't believe it. Sosua was one of the rawest spots, man. Sosua, Pedro Casate was like Soy 6. Not so much that it had the bars like Soy 6, but girls would be grabbing you on Pedro Casate back in 2018. Literally grabbing your stuff, you know what I mean? Super aggressive. Never been in love overseas. Go to Sosua. All right, y'all. Peace.